Good morning and welcome to KCPS Homeroom. I'm Justin Robinson, and today is for pre-kindergarten and kindergarten students. We will start off with reading, then math, then science, a physical education lesson, and finally, intro to Spanish. Hope you enjoy class today, and let's get ready to learn with Miss Perry in reading.
Hey, it's Mrs. Perry bringing you another reading lesson today. So come on in and let's take a look at what you'll be learning today. You'll learn what nouns and verbs are and get some practice identifying different items and labeling each item as a noun or verb. So remember, a noun is a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Our first word for today is noun. Can you say noun? Good. And a noun is a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Can you think of some nouns? I'll go first. A person. Me. My mom. My teacher. Those are people. A place. Can you think of a place? My place is the library. Can you think of a place? What about an animal? I'm going to say my dog, Ace. Ace is a noun. And last, let's think of a thing. I'm going to say a chair. It's a thing. It's something I can touch or hold. So our word is noun. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Now it's your turn. Can you name a person? Can you name a place? What about an animal? Can you name an animal? And last, what about a thing? Can you name a thing? Something you can touch or hold? Good. Now, let's learn about verbs. What's a verb? A verb is an action word. It's something that you can do. I can jump. I can draw. I can run. What can you do? Can you color? Can you snap? Can you listen? Those are action words, and we call them verbs. Now, I'm going to show you some sentences, and we're going to work together to circle the nouns in each of our sentences. Are you ready? The dog ran to the pet store. The dog ran to the pet store. Let's find our noun. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Do you see one in our sentence? I hope you said dog because dog is our noun. Let's look at our next sentence. My daddy gave me some candy. My daddy gave me some candy. Now, this sentence has two nouns. Can you find them? All right, so the two nouns in this sentence are daddy, because that's a person, and candy, because it's a thing. It's something I can touch or hold. And our last sentence, I was quiet in the library. I was quiet in the library. This sentence has two nouns. Can you find them? Remember, a noun is a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Our first noun is I, because that's me, a person. And the next noun was library, because that's a place I can visit. Good job. Let's look at a few sentences and find the verbs. Emery can roll down the hill. Emery can roll down the hill. What's the action word? What can Emery do? That's right. Emery can roll. So roll is our verb. Zoe went sledding on a snow day. Zoe went sledding on a snow day. What can Zoe do? I hope you said sledding. Zoe went sledding on a snow day. So that's our verb. Take a look at these pictures. We have a dog, someone jumping, we have a girl, a chair, someone running, and someone drawing a picture. Let's go through and choose the nouns. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Let's look at our first picture, the dog. Is this a noun? Is he a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? Yes or no? I hope you said yes, because our dog is a noun. Good. Let's look at the next picture. Somebody jumping. Is this a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? Now, even though there is a person, I want you to pay attention to what they're doing. They are jumping. Is jumping a noun? Is that a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? No, it's not. So, jumping would not be a noun. Look at our next picture. A girl. Is this a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? It's a person. So a girl is a noun. Good job. Let's look at the chair. Is the chair a noun? A person, a place, an animal, or a thing? Think about it. The chair is a thing. It's something we can touch or hold. So the chair is a noun. Good job. Next, we have a picture of someone running. They are running. Is running a noun? Is it a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? No, it's not. So, running wouldn't be a noun. And last, we have a picture of someone drawing. Is that a noun? Is drawing a noun? Is it a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? Think about it. I hope you said no, because drawing is not a noun. So, our nouns were the dog, the girl, and the chair. Good job. Here's a tip. Every sentence you write should have at least one noun and one verb. So, this week, I challenge you to write at least 1 or 2 sentences a day, or draw a picture and find the noun and the verb. Do you think you can do that? Good. Now, go out, be great, and write those sentences this week. But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for math with Miss Barnes.
Hey there, mathematicians. I'm Miss Barnes, and welcome to math class. Today, we are going to be working with the number 10. Can you show me 10 on your hands? 10 fingers on your 2 hands. Today we're going to be working with this learning target. Read it with me. I can decompose and represent the number 10. And we're going to be working with a lot of materials today. So I have in front of me a blank piece of paper, a cup. I recommend a plastic cup or a cup that is not going to break. Please make sure you ask a parent or guardian to get you a cup if you need some help. I have my counters here. I have red and I have two-sided counters, red and yellow. A Sharpie or a black marker. And then I have a pack of crayons because I needed two colors. I needed a red color and I needed a yellow color. So make sure you get two different colors. If they match your counters, great. If they don't match your counters, that's okay. And make sure you check out this link if you need any help creating some materials for this activity. So take a moment now, gather all of the resources you need, and let's get ready to learn. All right, friends, so I told you we're going to be playing a game today. That game is called Shake and Spill, and that's why we need a cup. We're going to put our counters in our cup, we're going to shake it, and then we're going to spill the counters onto a flat surface. A table or floor works great. Then we'll model using a 10 frame and write an equation that matches. It's going to be a lot, but I promise we can do it together. Are you ready? So step 1 of our game is to put our counters into our cup. Okay. So put all of your counters into our cup. Now I counted out 10 counters. So inside my cup I have 10. Okay. So that way I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to worry about adding or subtracting. I know I have 10 counters in my cup. Step 1. Step 2, we're going to shake the cup. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Step 3, spill the counters onto your tabletop. Any flat surface will work. So now that our counters are spilled, I'm going to spread them out. Now I'm going to separate them into the two colors. So notice that some of the counters landed with the yellow side up and some of the counters landed with the red side up. So I'm going to put all the red counters together, put all the yellow counters together. Now the next step might be kind of hard, so follow with me if you need to. I'm going to create a 10 frame here on the paper. To create a 10 frame, I just make a vertical line and I'm going to space out my boxes. So make a long rectangle. Then you need to separate your rectangle into halves like this. And then we need 5 boxes on top and 5 boxes on bottom. So the easiest way to do this is to create all the boxes at the same time. So I'm just going to draw one vertical line, and then I have 2, 3, 4 boxes. I'm going to skip some space, draw another vertical line, and I'm just going to repeat that until I have 4 vertical lines inside my rectangle. 4 vertical lines will give me 5 boxes. So inside here I have 10 small rectangles that make the one large rectangle. And that's how you make a 10 frame if you have to draw one. Now, using my crayons, what I'm going to do is make my model into a drawing. So I'm going to pick a color to start with. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pick yellow to start. I like yellow. And now we're going to count the counters and put the same number of counters into our 10 frame, like this. 1 yellow counter, 2 yellow counters. Notice I put my finger on the counter as I'm drawing it, so I know I'm counting this counter. Here's 3 yellow counters, 4 yellow counters, 5 yellow counters, and 6 yellow counters. Great. Now I'm going to model the number of red counters I have. So the same way, I'm going to put my finger on it, then draw it. 1 red counter. I'm going to move it so I know I've counted it. 2 red counters. 3 red counters. And 4 red counters. Great job. Now the next step is we have to think, how many counters do I have in all? You don't have to think about that. Remember this trick. When your 10 frame is full, you know you have 10. You never have to think about it. When your 10 frame is full, you'll have 10. So the next step is we're going to write an equation that models our drawing. So looking at the drawing, I know I have 10, so I wrote the number 10. And I know that we're finding parts of 10, so I know that 10 is my whole. So I know 10 is the same as or equal to, how many yellow counters did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 yellow counters. 6 yellow counters. Plus, how many red counters? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 4 red counters. So I know that 10 is the same as 6 plus 4, or 6 and 4. Great, that's one way to make 10. Now let's see if we can find another way. And to do that, we just have to play our game again. So I'm gonna unfold my paper. I've already drawn a second template on the bottom half of my paper. I'm gonna move all of this stuff up. All right, so here's my second template where we're going to play the second round of the game. Remember, the first step is put all your counters into the cup. Then we shake the cup and we dump the counters. Remember, we don't flip any of the counters at all. We just lay them out on the table. So now we're going to find 2 more parts of 10. So separate your counters into the 2 colored groups, yellow and red. Then in the next 10 frame, I'd like you to count the number of, let's do the red counters first this time. So here are the red counters from my spill. Let's just make sure we know how many are here. So 1 counter that I'm going to model in my 10 frame. 2 counters that I'll put in my 10 frame. 3 red counters, and there are no more red counters, so I'm going to switch my color. Now we have to count the number of yellow counters. Are you ready? There's more of them. 1 yellow counter. So I counted that one. 2 yellow counters. 3 yellow counters. 4 yellow counters. 5 yellow counters. 6 yellow counters. And 7 yellow counters. Hopefully you can see that model a little bit better. So we spilled our counters onto the table, and we had 3 red counters and 7 yellow counters. Who remembers how many that is total? Remember, in a 10 frame, we don't have to count them. We know that 10 is the total. So now we need to think about how many red counters we had and how many yellow counters we had. Okay, so 10 is the same as 3 red counters and 7 yellow counters. Now read the sentence with me. Are you ready? 10 is the same as 3 and 7. Great job today, mathematicians. My challenge for you is to find 2 more ways to make 10. You can continue on the back of your page, or if you have another piece of notebook paper close, you can continue on another sheet of notebook paper. That's all we have time for today, friends. Make sure you check out that tutorial if you need some help. Otherwise, I will see you next time for our lesson. Take it away, Miss Schumacher.
Hello, my name is Miss Schumacher, and this is science class. for pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, but all are welcome. Today, we are going to study the effects of sunlight. You will need your observation eyes and your thinking brains. Before we get started, let's take a review. Let's think about something that we have already learned about: the weather and the seasons. We are going to check in with some of our junior meteorologists who have been making collages. That's right, they have been putting together ideas about what they do and see during the 4 distinct seasons.
El season que más me gusta es el summer porque hace calor.
Wow! Those collages were amazing. Have you been checking on the weather outside your window lately? Let's check in with a junior meteorologist who has been starting to track his data, his weather data.
This is my whole week of weather that I have tracked according to the graph that I have provided below. We only have 1 day of snowing, 2 days of cloudy, and 4 days of sunny and cloudy. I used to track my weather by drawing. What day of the week is having that weather?
Wow! I want to take a moment to talk about this data. How has this student tracked his observations? Did you hear him talk about putting the days of the week in order? Can you say them with me? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Did you get your tongue out for that one? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's right. This junior scientist made an observation every day of the week. How many observations did he make in 1 day? Did you say 1? You were right. He made 1 observation each day. But what impressed me most about this junior scientist's work is that he compiled his data. He took his data and put it in a graph. Take a look. At the bottom of the graph, he has the types of weather: snow, cloudy, and partly cloudy, partly sunny. Over here, on going from the bottom to the top, he has numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a look. He took his data from this chart and then graphed it. He started at the bottom and said there were how many days that it was snowy? That's right, just 1. On Tuesday it was snowy. Then he looked and said, how many days was it cloudy? Came over here and said 1, 2. He started at the bottom and filled it in. 1, 2. Last, he looked at how many days it was sunny and cloudy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, he started where? At the bottom and colored in 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of his graph. Using the graph, what weather had the most? Did you say this one, where it was sunny and cloudy? That's right, this one had the most days. I was very impressed with this graph. How have your noticings been? Your weather observations. Last week, we started to compare amounts of daylight. This week, we are going to start to think about the effects of sunlight. We need to do this by asking questions about what we observe about sunlight. We have been learning that the sun lights the Earth's surface. Now it is time to learn a different job of the sun. When the sun shines, it will heat the Earth's surface. Take a look at this image. What is happening to the icicle? Can you tell? What effect does the sunlight have on the icicles? Did you say that the sunlight is heating the icicles and the icicles are melting? Because you are right. The icicles are melting because the sun is warming the Earth's surface. When thinking about the effect sunlight has, we looked at the sunlight affecting icicles where it could be very cold and warmth is needed. We looked at how sun affects where there might be ice and it would warm the ice and melt the ice. But how does sun affect a place on Earth that is always hot, like the desert? What do you think? Will the plants and animals in this desert be affected by the sun differently than the plants and animals in this climate? Take a look at these two images. We just talked about how the sun warms the earth. And if it is a very cold place, the sun might have icicles melting. But what if we're on a place of the earth where it is always warm, where it is very sunny, and the sun causes the place to be very hot? Will the plants and animals be affected differently than in this climate? Your job as junior scientist this week is to continue to use your observation eyes and your thinking brains to notice how sunlight affects plants, animals, and humans. Take a look at Snoozy. What is she doing? She is trying to get to natural light. That's right. I notice in my house how plants and animals will gravitate towards natural light. Snoozy loves to take naps in the sunlight because she gets nice and warm. That's an effect the sunlight has. We will continue to study the effects of natural light next week. Thank you for learning science today with me, Miss Schumacher. It's not time to go yet, though. It's time for PE with Coach H. Enjoy physical education. See you next week.
Hi, boys and girls. It's Coach H here, and I want you guys to be welcome to my physical education class for pre-K and kindergarten. But I'm going to tell you right now, everybody's welcome. What we're going to do again today is we're going to be doing a cycle workout. Now, I'm going to do a cycle, and I'm going to do different exercises. You're going to follow me, and we're going to do those exercises, okay? In between each cycle, I'm going to have you guys get a drink of water and catch your breath. But the biggest thing I want you guys to do is make sure that you guys are having a good time and that you're bringing that heart rate up and we're exercising together, okay? Now, things that you're going to need. You're going to make sure that you're in an open space. You're going to make sure that you also have a water bottle. And then just make sure during the exercise, if you feel tired or you need to take a break, do so, okay? I'm not wanting you to hurt yourself when you or injure yourself and then keep going. If you feel like you are in pain, I want you to take a break, assess yourself, see if you're ready to come back and do the exercise again, okay? But let's get started. So I'm in an open space. I'm making sure that I'm in my space. I'm moving my water ball. Maybe you might need to move your water ball. Just make sure that you're in an open space. The first cycle that we're going to do 4 exercises. First one is we're going to be doing punches. We're going to then go down to the ground and do some push-ups, and then we're going to do a reverse lunge. It sounds simple, but I want you to really go after it, okay? So let's get started. So we're going to get started with our first cycle. Here we go. Ready, set, let's begin. So I want you to bring your arms forward. We're going to just do some punches. This is a good thing to just exercise our arms. We're bringing them forward. Nice job. Make sure we're moving those arms. Keep it up. You guys are doing an amazing job at home. Move those arms, move those arms. Think that we're doing kickboxing right now. Keep it up. Nice job, nice job. If you want to do some different karate moves, you can do some karate moves right now, but we're moving our arms. Nice job. All right, now we're going down to the ground. We're moving down to the ground. We're doing push-ups, and if you need to, you can either do knee push-ups like this, or you can do full body push-ups like this, whichever you need to do. If you're doing knee push-ups, make sure that you're leaning forward and going down. So here we go. We're going to do some push-ups. Ready, set, begin. Go all the way down and up. Make sure you're bending those arms, just like I am, okay? Make sure your butt's not straight up in the air like this. We need to make sure our back is flat, just like this, going down and up. Nice job. Make sure you bend those arms like I said. And if you need to, do knee push-ups. But make sure you're bending your arms, and all the pressure should be more on your shoulders and your arms. And I'm going to knock some out real quick, so follow my speed. Nice job. Let's get back up. We're going to move right into doing some reverse lunges. How this is going to work is I want you to step back and go down, just like that, and bring it back up. So down and up. Nice job. And I want you guys to do a couple of those. Make sure you extend down, bend that leg 90 degrees, and back up. Nice job. Keep up that good work, boys and girls. You should really feel it in your legs, okay? Nice job. This one's more strength training. I want you guys to get that muscle built. Keep it up. We only got a couple more. Nice job. Keep up that good work. And stop. Nice job. What I want you to do now is I want you to take a break, grab a drink of water. It's super important to keep your body hydrated. Make sure you get a drink of water. Like I said, apple juice, orange juice, also good. Milk is also good. Water is the best. Stay away from the pop. It's not good for you. Don't want to drink pop right after an exercise. It doesn't help you out. Make sure you guys are drinking water, okay? All right, we're going to go right back into punches, boys and girls. Let's get started. I want you to bring your arms forward. Nice job. Keep it up. Move those arms forward. Moving that arms. Good exercise. Punching forward, punching forward. We're going to knock this workout out. Boom, boom. We're going to do an awesome job. Keep it up. All righty. You guys are doing an amazing job at home. I'm really glad that you guys are doing this with me. We're going to get this exercise in. We're going to complete all of our rings like I have my Apple Watch. I want to make sure I complete all my rings. Keep it up. All right, now we're going to move down to the ground. We're going to be doing some push-ups. You guys ready? Let's get started. Down to the ground. I'm not going to do knee push-ups. If you want to do knee push-ups, you're more than welcome to. Let's get started. Going down, bending your arms, and back up. Nice job. Keep it up, boys and girls. If you can go faster than me, do so, but make sure that you're keeping good quality push-ups. You're going all the way down and all the way up. Nice job. And Coach H is seriously feeling this. I know you guys got this. Keep it up. Nice job. And we're gonna finish on that. Next one we're gonna be doing is reverse lunge. Let's get started. We're gonna bring our back foot back into a lunge, just like that. And I want you to trade feet. So one side, just like that, bring it up. Then the other side. Nice job. And see, I had my water bottle too close. I wasn't being observant. Make sure that you're in an open area. You don't want to kick anything behind you. So just make sure that you're in an open space and making sure we're not hitting anything behind us or in front of us. Keep up that good work at home. Form is everything. Keep it up. Nice job, nice job. Alrighty, and stop. Nice job. Let's get a drink of water. Catch our breath. Make sure you guys get a couple drinks of water. I'm gonna move right into breathing treatment. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep doing that. Now, what I'm going to go to is I want to talk about another food group. We're going to talk about carbohydrates. What is a carbohydrate? A carbohydrate's like a potato, rice, spaghetti, anything that's a starchy item that's like, it's like a pasta, okay? Those are carbs, and that is super important in your guys' diet. So I mentioned in my previous video, protein. That's anything that's meat. Now we're talking about carbohydrates, which is anything like our grains, pasta, breads, anything that you think of with that grain, it's super important to have on your plate, okay? It's awesome to have on it because you need to refill your body, have that positive energy, okay? I'm so glad that you guys joined me today. You guys did an amazing job on your exercise. Give me a high five. I hope to see you guys next week. Have a great day.
Hello everybody. Thank you Coach H for that awesome engaging lesson with PE. You've got your blood levels up. Now let's cool it down with some reading. We are going to learn about colors today. Colors in Spanish. As always, I'm Miss Ellis, or in Español, Profesora Ellis. And as I said, we're going to learn about colors. Before we get started though, I want you to pause and I want you to take a look at what you're wearing right now. Yep. Look down, look up, look down again, look up. What colors do you have on right now? For me, I've got a black jacket on, right? And I've got blue pants on. I've got a black jacket on and blue pants on. I want you to keep these colors in mind as we learn about colors in Spanish. You may end up learning how to say what colors you're wearing in Español. All right, so without further ado, let's read. So on this first page of my book, you see los colores. So repeat, los colores. All together, los colores, which means the colors in English. So our first color is amarillo. Repeat. A-ma-ri-yo. A-ma-ri-yo. Amarillo. Amarillo is yellow, like the school bus that you see here. The school bus is yellow. Next, we've got a long word here, so make sure you pay attention, okay? Repeat. A-na-ran-ha-do. A mouthful, I know. Let's do it again. A-na-ran-ha-do. All together, anaranjado. Okay? Anaranjado is orange, like the orange slices you see here. The orange slices are orange. Next we have azul. Repeat. Azul. Azul. You see the Cookie Monster there? He's waving at us. He's trying to get those cookies. The Cookie Monster is blue. Next we have blanco. blanco, blanco. All together, blanco. The bag below is white, so the bag is white. Next we have gris. This one doesn't have a ton of syllables, it's just one word. So repeat, gris. If you guessed gray, you are correct. As you see in the pebbles below, the rocks are gray or the pebbles are gray. Repeat, marrón, marrón. All together, marrón. And you see this brown basket? So you guessed it, the basket is brown. Next we have negro, negro. Think of a horse, how they neigh, right? Negro. So all together, negro. And you see the sunglasses here, they're black. So the sunglasses are black, just like my jacket. Now we have morado. Repeat, morado, morado. And as you see the paint, it is the color purple, so the paint is purple. Repeat, rojo, rojo. As you see below, the book is red, so rojo has to mean, you got it, red. Repeat, rosado, rosado. All together, rosado. So the blouse that you see here is pink. The shirt or the blouse is pink. Next we have verde. Repeat, verde. The scissors are green. Next we have dorado. Repeat, dorado. All together, dorado, dorado. The star is gold. And last but not least, we have plateado. Repeat one more time. Plateado. All together, plateado. So as you see the silverware below, the spoon is silver. So now that we've had some practice with some basic colors in Spanish, I want to do some mini practice. So you're gonna see the screen behind me change to different colors, and your job is to guess which color it is in Spanish when you see the color pop up behind me, okay? So let's go with our first screen. What's this color? What do you think? If you guessed azul, then you were correct. Azul in English is blue. Let's go to our next screen. Oh, I wonder what this could be. If you guessed verde, you were correct. Verde means green. Let's move on to our next one. This is awfully dark behind me. What do you think this is in Espanol? If you said negro, then you were correct. Negro in English means black. Let's try a longer word, one of our longer ones. So if you look behind me, it's all vibrant, right? And we thought of orange slices, that's a hint. So if you guessed anaranjado, you were correct. It means orange. Last but not least, this is another bright color, right? And so when you get on the school bus and you're on your way to school, you notice the color of the bus, right? So how do you say that in español? If you guessed amarillo, amarillo, then you were correct. Yellow. Amarillo means yellow in English. Give yourself a pat on the back for that, because learning colors in Spanish, it can be a bit tricky, but you guys have got it. So now that we've done some practice, we've learned about some colors, I have something for you to do. So what you're going to need are crayons or markers, just something to color with, and you'll need a blank piece of paper. So the directions tell you to think of a character, right, from a TV show or a movie that's your favorite or that you've recently watched. And I want you to draw that character on your blank piece of paper with your utensils, whether it's crayons or markers, okay? After you draw your picture of your favorite TV character or movie character, I want you to tell your parents what colors are your characters. So for example, on my screen, you see Shrek. Shrek happens to be one of my favorite characters. I've seen every single movie. And so if I was explaining this to my parent, I would tell my parent, Shrek is verde, right? Because verde is green. And I would also say Shrek is negro, black, right? Because in my drawing, you see two colors, green and black. The more colors you use, the better. And describe to your parents in Spanish what colors your character is to see how good you learned today. So thank you for stopping by, and we will pick it up with weather next time. Adios.
Thank you to all the classroom teachers today. They will all be back next Monday with lessons targeted again for your pre-K and kindergarten students. Tomorrow, Tuesday, tune in for lessons for grades 1st and 2nd. Thank you all for joining us on KCPS Homeroom. Have a great day, and remember, continue learning throughout the day.
Hello, we're happy to have you visit Carver. We are a dual language school where our students become truly bilingual and biliterate.
Welcome to Carver Dual Language.
Hola, bienvenido al primer grado en Carver. Welcome to first grade in Carver. In kindergarten and first grade, all students learn to read and write in Spanish.
Welcome to 4th grade at Carver. In 4th grade, our students have the opportunity to join our robotics team. Our students work together on a community project and learn to code a robot's movements.
By 6th grade, Carver students are truly bilingual and biliterate. Students can fluently speak, read, and write in both Spanish and English. Carver students move on to much success in middle school, high school, and beyond.
We celebrate Hispanic heritage throughout the year at Carver Dual Language. Each year, students develop a plan to make goods to develop and to sell at our Mercado. This is our annual fall market that classes have booths that students come together and sell their items that they've created. Staff, community members, family, parents, grandparents, all can come together, buy the goods, and celebrate Hispanic heritage together.
In Carver, we have an involved PTA where parents and families can be part of our school community.
Thank you for joining us on this tour. If you would like to schedule a personal tour or learn more about our school, please call 816-418-4925.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
The desire to create lives within each of us. From Grammy-winning producers and musicians, to NBA stars, to Navy admirals and Medal of Honor recipients, to internationally renowned artists and beloved local muralists, Paseo graduates have been creating their own success, their own history, their own legacy since 1926. Now it's your time. Create your future at Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. Learn more at enrollkc.org/Paseo.